Right, so one thing a lot of people have been messaging me and tweeting me about, going, "Oh, Dankula, you're a free speech warrior. You're a self-proclaimed free speech warrior," even though I've never ever called myself a free speech warrior. But people say that because I'm seen as like the free speech guy, why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about this? And I did kind of avoid it for obvious obvious reasons. Right, so I'm just going to fucking go into it, right, because it is something that should be talked about. The Nazi grandma who went on the run to avoid jail for Holocaust denial has been caught in Germany. Ursula Haverbeck, 89, has a string of convictions for Holocaust denial and once caused a despairing magistrate to declare it is deplorable that this woman, who is still so active given her age, uses her energy to spread such hair-raising nonsense. Now, all she really did was say some statements. She didn't incite violence, she didn't incite hatred, she just basically denied the Holocaust. Now, I'm not trying to downplay Holocaust denial, but at the end of the day, that literally is just words, and she should never, at any point, have been jailed for it. She shouldn't have been in court, she shouldn't have been arrested. Her views should have been challenged, like, definitely, but to arrest, like, an old fucking lady, just because you don't like the things that she says, is fucking beyond ridiculous. It's absolutely stupid. And it's just, like, I'm just going to go into the article because some of it is fucking stupid, right? A Nazi grandma who apparently went on the run, I like that name, Nazi grandma, it's much better than fuckhead McHitler dog, who apparently went on the run rather than serve a jail sentence for Holocaust denial, has been caught and put in a German prison. Like, went on the run rather than serve a jail sentence. Of course she did. You were literally going to put her in jail over a fucking opinion because she said some fucking words. Like, all I'm saying is, like, she's old as shit. She was around then, so, like, maybe she knows something. I'm joking. I keep forgetting it. I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a joke. Ursula Haverbeck, 89, had been due to report to prison to start a 2-year sentence on May the 2nd. 2-year sentence for a fucking opinion. Jesus Christ. But instead the authorities discovered she'd vanished from her home in Vlotho, central Germany. Right, okay. Of course she fucking did. Like, the fact is, I am 30 years old, I'm a young buck. Right, I could have very easily went to prison and done 6 months or a year and I'd have been fine. She's fucking 89. No, I don't know. I know what Scottish prisons are like, but I've no idea what fucking German prisons are like. So, like, she wouldn't have survived that. Like, I understand, like, even if I'm not saying anything about her principles and all that type of shit, but see, one thing that I would do is I would basically say to myself, I'm not going to spend my very, very final, like, years or months, probably, I mean, she is 89, in prison, and that's where I'm going to die, just because I said something that people didn't like. Like, I would, if I was that old, like, I would run. Fuck that. Prosecutors ordered police to find her. It's usually what you do when a con runs away. And the International Auschwitz Committee expressed its hope that hunt for the alleged fugitive was being conducted with high pressure. Why did they see her as such a danger, the Auschwitz Committee? Like, why would they want the woman put in jail? Why wouldn't they just prove that her arguments are bullshit? I don't understand that. Like, why go so fucking heavy-handed? Why not just post all the fucking evidence and prove her wrong? Like, that's the point. Just fucking post the evidence and prove her wrong. If you're the Auschwitz Committee, then I imagine you know a thing or two about Auschwitz. See, instead of making yourselves look really, really bad by demanding that a little old lady goes to fucking prison, just fucking prove her wrong. Why not debate her instead? Just bring her up there and post all your fucking evidence and show everyone that she's fucking wrong. Why is everyone so scared of this fucking old woman? The German authorities, however, have now stated that Miss Haverbeck has returned home and been apprehended and put in jail. She will now serve the sentence handed down to her in August 2017 for writing in a far-right German magazine that Auschwitz had been a work camp rather than a place where Hitler's Nazis killed more than 1 million people. Although this is the first time Haverbeck has seen the inside of a jail cell, she had racked up a string of convictions related to Holocaust denial, which is a criminal offence in Germany, and that was literally the fucking stupidest thing that you could ever have fucking done. It's the only historical event in history that is enforced by law, and Holocaust deniers use that to prove their fucking point. Like, see for example, there's like people try and deny the moon landing, they try and say the moon landing never happened. That's a historical event that's not enforced in any way by law. So right now you can poo-poo it and push it aside. We never landed on the moon. It's all a hoax. Blah blah blah. You can kind of ignore those people, conspiracy theorists. They've not really got much to back it up. But see if a law suddenly get passed where it was illegal for you to deny the moon landing. Not only would that send the conspiracy theorists into an absolute fucking flurry, like that would make other people who weren't conspiracy theorists before look at it and go, hold on, that's fucking weird, isn't it? Maybe it is fake, maybe it really never happened. Like, people who are actual like Holocaust deniers use the fact that the Holocaust is the only historical event enforced by law to say to people, look, there we go, that just proves it. The fact that it's now illegal to deny it, it proves that it was a hoax. Like, fucking, that was literally the worst thing you could have fucking done. You could have left them as conspiracy theorists, but this law just makes people think that these guys are onto something. Her persistent denial of the Holocaust, which claimed the lives of 6 million Jews, has led German media to call her Nazi Oma, Nazi Grandma. Fucking hell. As well as offering vocal support for former SS concentration camp guards. Fucking hell, man. Imagine being her grandson. See how you get the old story about, like, my racist grandma? Like, this this takes it to a completely new level. Haverbeck co-founded a now banned right-wing education centre with her late husband, Werner George Haverbeck, who was an enthusiastic Nazi Party member before and during the Second World War. In November 2014, she went as far as lodging a police complaint against the Central Council of Jews in Germany, accusing them of persecution of innocent people who had denied the Holocaust. Filing a complaint against the Jews. Hold on, like an ex-Nazi married to an actual Nazi. Well, she's not an ex-Nazi, she technically still is. I'm sorry. I can't. I said I would read the super chats at the break, cow. Calm down. That's what I said. I'm still giggling at the fact that a Nazi filed a complaint against Jews for persecution of innocent people. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be laughing at that, but that's fucking funny. Right, I'm sorry. I'll continue. Until now, however, lengthy appeals and suspended sentences have kept Haverbeck out of prison, despite one despairing magistrate describing the serial Holocaust denier as a lost cause. And that's because Grandma's senile. That's why. That was in 2015 when she was sentenced to 10 months for Holocaust denial, which is normally prosecuted in Germany under a 1985 law banning incitement to hatred. I don't understand how denying the Holocaust is incitement to hatred. But whatever. Mike Stuchbury will probably tweet me about that later, or Far Right Watch. Be one of the two. While demonstrating outside the trial of former SS guard Oskar Groening, the bookkeeper of Auschwitz, in April 2015, Haverbeck had been seen on television declaring that the Holocaust is the biggest and most sustainable lie in history. At the resulting trial, she claimed that Auschwitz status as a death camp was only a belief, and challenged the Hamburg court to prove otherwise. Well, they should have just done that instead of fucking jailing her. All you've done is made people think that she's onto something. The exasperated magistrate, Björn Johnson, I don't give a shit about names, I'm not even going to try and pronounce them properly, replied, "It is pointless holding a debate with someone who can't accept any facts." We've all been there. Neither do I have to prove to you that the world is round. It was, the magistrate added, deplorable that this woman, that this woman who is still so active given her age, uses her energy to spread such hair-raising nonsense. But Haverbeck's far-right supporters still packed the court to applaud her. I'm sorry, but did nobody just get this image of like all these bald fucking far-righters sitting there cheering on their fucking Nazi grandma? I'm sorry. This is I don't know why I thought I actually envisioned that I might be able to approach this with any kind of seriousness at all. On websites where absurdly anti-Semitic users seriously suggest that Jews worship Satan, Haverbeck is revered as a courageous fighter for truth and German culture. Despite her November 2015 conviction, she again denied the Holocaust in January 2016, when she told an event in Berlin that the Holocaust never happened and there were no gas chambers at Auschwitz. This resulted in a court giving her a 6-month prison sentence in October of 2017. Okay then. Meanwhile, in September 2016, another court sentenced Haverbeck to 8 months in jail for writing a letter to the mayor of Detmold saying that it was clearly recognisable that Auschwitz was nothing more than a labour camp. Like, even in that instance, forcing people into a camp and forcing them to work against their will, you know, where they drop dead of, you know, starvation, typhus and all these other things, you know, it's, yeah, okay then, maybe not as bad as getting dragged into a gas chamber, but it's still pretty fucking horrible, isn't it? Fucking hell. Anyway, she did so as a Detmold court was hearing the trial of former Auschwitz guard Reinhold Hanning, who was found guilty of being an accessory to the murder of 170,000 people. Immediately after her September 2016 sentencing hearing, Haverbeck handed out pamphlets to the judge, prosecutor and journalists. The leaflets denied the Holocaust. She handed out leaflets to the fucking judge? That's just baiting. I'm sorry, that's just fucking bait at this point, man. Fucking hell. Okay. My word. Right, the leaflet denied the Holocaust under the title "Only the truth will set you free." Unless you were one of the Jews in the camp. Joke. I remember, sorry, I should probably stop saying that now. Remember, saying it's a joke is no magic wand, as they say. It meant that the ensuing November 2017 appeal, she had 4 months shaved off her original 8-month sentence. That was nice of them. But 10 months were added because of the post-trial stunt. Leaving her facing an increased sentence of 14 months. I'm sorry, right, but see if the thing you're being charged with is denying the Holocaust. It's probably not a good idea, like, to walk up to the judge and do it to his face. Not only that, but hand him a leaflet which is essentially the evidence of you doing it. Fuck me, man. But when the time came to go to prison, Haverbeck was found to have gone missing while her post reportedly started to pile up outside her front door. Okay, right. I understand why she ran away, because it is just an opinion. I obviously fucking disagree with her, but like, that's all she did was an opinion. Like, challenge her opinions, don't fucking jail the woman. Like, passing laws against this stuff and jailing people for it is absolutely fucking counterproductive in every way. Right, and all they've done as well is they've just basically given her loads and loads and loads of media attention. Basically, Holocaust deniers around the world are actually going to fucking rally around this woman now. Right, you know, she's a martyr, you know, but not the good kind.